Well, right after my daughter was born, I started to notice spiritual elements that I hadn't noticed before. I wasn't sure what was happening at first because I had no idea about cosmos, the soul, and spirituality. Little by little, I began to accept this strange reality. Then I realized all of my experiences had special meaning. You know, I thought that my relationship with my family and my nationality had been decided at birth, so there was nothing I could do about my status. My parents are Korean Japanese Zainichi. I grew up feeling that life was so difficult. To live as a child of Zainichi was hard. The way my parents had been discriminated against by society created a very harsh home environment for us children. But when I started to believe that I had chosen everything about my life and it changed everything, I realized that there was a meaning to all of my experiences. So I began to think about the possibility. One day, everyone could understand the meaning of our soul. I thought people can start to enjoy their life if they understand this knowledge. I was born as a third generation Korean Japanese. I haven't experienced any obvious discrimination, but I think around the third generation at home, we feel very subtle, unspoken, sort of like energetic discrimination. It was like I was having a black box. If someone noticed my black box, they wouldn't say anything about it. The worst thing is that I couldn't openly talk about identity, so I could not fit in as a Japanese nor Korean. I couldn't find comfort in Japan or Korea. I felt so isolated back then. I wanted to create a place where people like myself who had no place to stay can feel safe and comfortable. I feel that today's society, in a broad sense, encounters problems that have been caused by blood relationships. You know how we are connected with our own family by blood. I believe creating the social family, which I call as family, would emphasize heart-to-heart relationships. And this heart-to-heart relationship could become a social vessel where people will be accepted for who they are. If no one is isolated, I think we will be able to pass on society of harmony to the next generation. Yes, I thought I'd try to create a new model that could provide a social vessel for everyone. The Chisai Matsuri is a portable event, so we were moving from one location to another. Through our activities, I aimed to connect with people who resonated with my vision. And they become as family while participating in our event. So far, we have completed our first through the fourth event in Japan. We had our fifth in Hawaii. The idea behind our event was to create a symbol of Matsuri. Matsuri is a familiar word in Japanese culture. I wanted to create an event to have a ceremony to pray to the god. That is also a festival where people can gather to have fun and party. There is no religious meaning to our festival. It was born out of our natural beliefs. So I thought even if our religious views and beliefs are different, it would be great to have a festival where we can celebrate together without boundaries. I thought it was very important to have a collective effort and objectives to create this band, since they were resonated with my concept without a blood relationship. To build a heart-to-heart connection, I started to welcome everyone into our groups. We were welcoming everyone who resonated with the Earth family's vision. So there were some people who had different opinions from my own or management teams. For example, even if I personally couldn't accept certain opinions, I thought we had to incorporate various opinions into our activities in order to truly hold the Chisai Matsuri. So there were times when the groups clashed with each other, but all in all, we were able to accomplish the event. When conflicting opinions arose, then we came up with how to collaboratively create new solutions. Most of the time, we came up with our new ideas. I think the event became a place where all of the participants, including the management members and volunteers, became a family and offered family experiences that were beyond blood ties.